Okay, ladies and gentlemen, of course, all Kusha and Cabo. I the only way right now, the Cambia Police, Division National Right Headquarters. And after we would work out today, since yesterday we do a search, for of course, we own brother, man, we in Gassimu, we born living in Russia, 1985. We lost contact, with Daddy for more than 30 years now. And of course, Mr. Hassan, Bar, of course, right now, a senior journalist, because journalists are always journalists, just like a lawyer, always a lawyer, now a senior journalist, but I'm a very critical writer by then, according to the history. So when he left Salo, he got scholarship. Can you imagine, for they get scholarship for go study in Russia, that it means a lot. So he left Salo, he go to Russia, he go fall in love with another Russian woman. He married her legally. So then for Mr. Ban, a very responsible man. He put Salo name right up. He doesn't go give a lesson, right? He married a woman, and of course he born the became. But when they can't Salonia, communication got lost. So for over 30 years, this young man, the tower, all the way in Russia say, the one of me sitting daddy. So today, a record-breaking event, for everybody tell the story out, I can say, and Mr. Hassan on team enforced for everything today now. So the people left all the way in a free tongue. They say we can't celebrate now. And of course, where the ever? Who told me that champagne, Anna? This is news, and I'm happy with, and I'm so happy with it happened at the police station. And of course, I want to tell LEC Tume, plenty thank you so far at the Central Police Division, LEC. They could say me and the police state journalist now in Salon for 20 years, working with all the IGP and so far from late Acha on to of course the present IGP. So because of that kind of credibility, Mr. F left all my business schedule so far in freedom, but now we can see the happy life so far, of Gassimu and in Papa, where they don't scatter for over 30 years now. So we believe say this is a moment, and we will say the champagne and thank you. And of course the champagne to the front, the police station, and everybody understand. This thing we know they actually joke with them. And this one been a lot, so that they tell the story out. Everybody. Everybody, whether I have, thank you so much to the LEC, Mr. Bar. So now already all the way, I know, for one of the host, Mr. Bar now, Mr. Bar don't break this today, and that we will continue to tell you thank you, and those, yeah, of course, I know my team is split, because one for this one, which is talking about, which is not going to the camera anyway, but for the world, just see that for say, and you picking tower. We can see you and this, you really happy. Because the man is born, you don't want water. But for you picking tower, so let me say, and you left all the business. But they will come and answer, we can see you. So look the camera now, send the final message, to the entire world and to Sierra Leoneans them. Where if you don't do the roof, because you begin to break the heights now, you don't count as alone. So that all the Sierra Leoneans, they're ready in America, Europe, Germany, they say come. It must be say, one of the hundreds of people, we don't go born overseas, when they begin to for car again. They see actors, football are the only kind of salon. Salon are the peace, peace, right? And peace is the by the world. So send a message now when everybody will introduce yourself.
I'm Hassan Bar. A Russian graduate. I'm graduate and postgraduate studies.
Russia.
Lenin State University. I'm so much fortunate. I attended one of the best universities in the former Soviet.
Wow.
Only excellent students go there to study.
Yeah.
Graduated in 1985. Master's degree. I wanted to extend my stay. I pursued a doctorate degree. But by then it was very, very difficult by then because, and it just God is speaking for me. I don't know join a strike for Ghana Salon. So I never go to the authorities there. I said I didn't extend the stay for postgraduate studies. But unfortunately, I had one of my lecturers who would take me national economic planning. He gave me a satisfactory grade. And the law say if you get 95% good and excellent, you're going to allow for the doctorate degree. So by then, I had no other way. I had to use my Russian wife to meet this lecturer. I said that best you could do, give me a fail mark so that I repeat the exam, so that I come and I teach you. So there was no way. So I had to pack my body and come back home to find myself in a hell. It's a hell by then. So I served in the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. Shortly after my arrival, I was fortunate enough to be employed by then as an assistant information officer. First, I served in the publication division, then later I was promoted information officer. I served in the newsroom. So currently, I'm close to retire of active service.
Well, at least you last hope don't come back.
Yes, this is my
Of
hope.
course, this is your last hope.
So I give my hope in life to see my firstborn.
So when you see him,
I lost contact with my
So,
son.
okay, you never think so?
All along, I mean, the things probably he might have been conscripted into the Russian army.
Okay.
Because of this Russian-Ukraine war, I thought this man is no more alive.
Okay.
I tried to reach her mother, but no way. I could not get her contact.
Мы можем объяснять, там развалился Советский Союз, были какие-то проблемы с почтой, связью. Переводи.
Она была Ростов на Дону, она была сначала. Там
And you can speak Russian language. So,
Она была здесь, ну, в гости была.
Да, она была у меня здесь.
Да, мы
Она была у меня здесь.
Я был
с ним. Она была здесь, группу она была здесь.
what?
Вот это время.
Ladies and gentlemen, you don't understand. Don't see me for the man is speaking Russian.
When we finish the Leonians,
Yeah.
we are gifted.
Yeah. Can you
And they say
imagine?
the teaching methodology
Пусть они
is too smart.
останутся у вас.
Look at Russia language that is confused.
Okay.
Так,
In English. When they speak, so cautious, so powerful.
I don't know why I was very handsome. Now they are bombing against Pakistan, I do find guys.
you will fast.
So I will fast for pick up the language. Then the teaching methodology. Smart. That I did it. 6 months you don't talk to them. 3 months you don't talk.
So finally now today you don't have, don't feel good happy today
So
anyway.
I be just mixed feelings.
Okay.
I be missing because of this conscription.
Yeah.
I had all this behind my mind.
Look, so I get the message that was why you became on salon. I get the message.
When somebody told me from Susan,
Alright.
for this moment, he said he became on salon. That's what he said, Gassimu. I said, Gassimu. I said, what did you I said, I don't know, I own a younger brother. Okay, Gassimu. I said, is this Gassimu? I said, you see your wife, don't go in. I still have not believe.
No, you don't believe, of course. You don't believe.
You see, all of them condition, everyone will pull up, check flights, buy tickets,
Buy tickets and come.
come for that.
Yeah.
By the blood, by God.
Yeah. Okay. So that's good. Anyway, so guys, of course, share the video and you know, we say we'll continuously see the reunion so far, you know, between Papa and Pikin. So far, you know, we see this are very, very, very much emotional. So to this, we hope that we'll say the gods of heaven really appreciate the dynamic. So, you know, this one, he's a blessing, man. Unless you born Pikin, he left all the way in Russia after 30 years. He came back for campaigning. That's why I go say I'm not asking for anymore. You know, so of course we
Because
happy.
you don't even know how to and one thing about discourage me, actually. Although you should not record them.
Put off.
What discourage me?